Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Thought we'd start on Victor Hugo. We've not been on his page for a little while. He's had a bit of a tough season in the sense that you might look and say, oh, well, he's only got 4 goals, 5 if you count the one in the Champions League. But really, he's not played that many games due to the injuries he's had. So he's actually got 4 in 6 in the league and 1 in 2 in the Champions League, which isn't bad. I think if he could just stay fit for a bit, I think we'll start to see him return to the form he was in last season, which was, let's face it, nothing short of outrageous. And he's probably going to set one hell of a goal-scoring record for the club. It's going to be a while before anyone beats that, I think. That outfit, though. See, I had thought about this the other day, that if someone was new to the channel and decided, you know what, I'm going to step in, it's the start of the new season, I'm going to start with the new series here, and then they saw me in that, what can only be described as an Ali G style outfit, you would be a little bit perturbed, I'd have to say. Rakov and Norwich have taken over the Polish FA. I can't even begin to imagine how lost someone would be if they tuned into this series. Like, again, another point, but I like that we have those kind of inside jokes in the episodes and sort of backstories that we've got, particularly with people like, you know, Mateusz Vigawa now with his wonderful mythos and backstory that we've got. But, you know, the whole Rakov and Norwich thing is the best explanation I had. Never seen someone celebrate so much at the schedule page. Damn right. You should definitely review your transfer activity further into August and not when the activity is incomplete. Well, the activity is going to be complete when the transfer window shuts, and there's no way in hell I'm doing that for one episode, because that would literally be from like May to the beginning of September, and that is just too much to do in one episode. Because think about it, these things take time, and unfortunately every day I have to play in the game is time that's taken up, and try to understand that the time I have to record the episodes is finite, and it would be the equivalent of me doing 2 episodes in one, which sometimes I can do, and I will start to push it back further into the transfer window, I think, a little bit, but I can't be going up to like the start of the Champions League, because that is just ridiculous amounts of stuff to put in one video, purely because of the time it would take to actually play through that, you know? How much did GKS Katowice invest in this window? GKS Watch. Right, well, not very much at first, but then loads. So they spent 10 million in this summer. They had some players come out, but they signed a guy from Nice for rising to 2.3 million. They signed a guy from Legia, literally Ruggieri. He's the centre back from Legia. We saw him. He scored an own goal against us for them last year. 2.3 million pounds. A guy from Gornik for 3.8 million pounds. Obviously, they've got Vitharsen on loan. There's a guy from Legia again for 675,000 pounds. A guy from Lechia for 3.2. They are spending lots and lots of money. It's fair to say. Sorry for announcing out of breath. I had to run downstairs to answer the door to the Amazon man. So I need to do some more running. I am still well out of shape. Right, okay, so I looked at the last season. So, yeah, they spent even more money the previous year, £10.25 million, with some players from Rakov. More players from Legia. They love Legia. So first things first, we had a 0-0 draw against Rakov. I was disappointed. We should have done better. We actually played really, really well on the night and just could not put the ball in the bastard net. Frustrating, but we got the clean sheet, which is the main thing for us. But we really should have won this match, and it really would have helped. Rakov doing all right this season, but we needed to get the win in this one, and we just didn't. Thankfully, though, we did knock our affiliate Motor out of the cup, and it was nice to get the victory in this one. We thoroughly deserved it on the night, and Fijarczyk, my lads, Fijarczyk is back in POG form. He's really looking very, very good. We actually went behind in this one for Zielinski. Lovely long-range effort gave them the lead. Unfortunately for them, they'd awoke the beast. Fijarczyk gave us an equaliser on 33 minutes. The ball was whipped in and he headed it home. He then provided an assist for Campagnaro in the 65th minute to give us the lead, and then provided a wonderful ball into the channel for Sasa Shiliak to break through and score himself a wonderful gluten-free goal. Patino was sent off in this one for a horrible tackle, which then got rescinded, so he was available for the next game. But a 3-1 victory over Motor. Fijarczyk was absolutely sensational on the night. These are the kind of performances that made me love him when he was in his absolute pomp. And when he plays like this, he is unstoppable, but he doesn't do it enough. He did, however, do it again in the next match away at Legia, and we won in the derby with a rotated team. I was chuffed with this because this was a pretty even match for the most part. We took the lead in the 11th minute through Wojciech Fijarczyk. Again, 2-2 for him, which is really, really nice. Emiliano Diaz then got them the equaliser, which was a bit of a shame, but what can you do? But then, in the 63rd minute, Fijarczyk put a wonderful ball into the box, and there was Uroš Pandurovic to make it 2-1 and give us the victory in the derby, which we really, really needed. But the fact is, Fijarczyk now, in these 2 matches that he's played, he's got 2 goals and 3 assists in 2 matches. That is really, really good return, and a lot of key passes too. He just seems to be on it at the moment, and I'm a fan of that. Just very quickly, the league looks like this. We're 13 points above Wisła, 14 points above Lechia, and 15 points above Legia, but they do have a game in hand at least. We're going to win the league. We've set a new record of 39 matches unbeaten, which is a new club and league record. I don't know who else had that league record of 39 games, but we've beaten it, and I want to get to 50, and I also want an invincible season, because I feel like that's definitely doable. As you can see, though, Jacobo Garcia, what an absolute lad this guy is. Once again, Thank you for pointing that out, because we've picked up a player that's now gone from being, like, he's so good. 3 Man of the Match awards. He's got the highest average rating in the entire division. We finally got a deep line playmaker that can actually get really, really good ratings for that role, and he seems to be the absolute king of that, though I've been using Orozco in there as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal this year. We really do need to start stepping up on the goal scoring side of things, though, because we've not been brilliant on that thing. Still the second most in the league, but still a little bit poor. Only 4 goals conceded in the league this season, though. Pretty good, but not as good as it was. We'd only conceded none after 9 matches, for example. It's all about this. Ajax, we've got to come there. I think all we need is a point. If we can get a point in Ajax, in Amsterdam, then there's something on the card for us. I feel like PSG should be able to beat Schalke today, but you just don't know. So let's go. So we'll do a quick pick, and then we can rearrange things. I'm going to start Victor Luis today, because Victor Hugo, he needs to come back in and have a little run in the team. As for this side of things, I mean, look, Everton Escobar can't play, Kevin can't play, Carballo can't play. So I think it might end up having to be a Maralison and Fijarczyk. I'm going to play Fijarczyk today because he seems to be in the crest of one of his form waves in the last 2 matches. And why does it put Kevin in? And I feel like we need to make the most of that whilst Viggy is not fully back to match fitness yet. And maybe throwing him into this game isn't the brightest idea. So I'm going to give Fijarczyk a chance today against Ajax because he played so well in the last 2 matches. As for the midfield, Garcia, definitely. I'm going to put Patino in instead of Diego Silva, though it's very, very close. Katowice are after Patino, because of course they are. And Vinjevic instead of Pandurovic. Albarosin's been rested for the last 3 matches, so he'll be fine. Right, good. So on the bench, Orozco, Pandurovic, Silva, Zvegawa, nice to see him back, Bonavento, Del Pret, and of course Garnis. Alrighty then, this is a big one. If we get away with a draw in Amsterdam, this would be huge for us. I don't know what I want to happen with PSG and Schalke, in all honesty. If they get a draw in that match and we somehow come up with something here, it could really help us potentially win the group. But it's just a question of, do we want to make sure we wrap up a qualification spot, or do we want to go full out and try and get the victory? He's just desperately trying to get back down the pitch. Patino, nice ball across to Albarosin. He's had 3 matches off to rest himself now, so he should be in fine form today. Victor Hugo, Albarosin with space. Fijarczyk, really good chance that was. That's where Zvegawa might have been a bit better. But we've actually started fairly solidly. Better than we did in the away match. In the home match, as it happens. Garcia, that's it, he's picking it up and running. That slight wing play he can do really does help in those situations. Oh, God. Wojciech, no, you've really messed it there, haven't you, buddy? Oh, God. Van Leeuwen's through. Oh, no. I can't believe he's actually managed to score there. I thought, he's too wide. He's never going to get that past Ruben Franceschi, and that's all come from Wojciech Fijarczyk just not playing a really simple ball. That being said, we still should be doing better here. They've allowed him through 1. It's still a very tight angle, and Franceschi, it's gone underneath him, and it's 1-0 to Ajax. That is the last thing we needed right now. This group is just going to get more and more bunched up now. Fijarczyk. That mistake, though, is a real costly one. Valerie. Oh, slips through for Victor Hugo! Yes! He's back and with a vengeance. It's 1-1 here, and that's really, really important. I think if we can avoid defeat, this is huge. What my plan is for this episode, essentially, if we can avoid defeat here in Holland, that would put us on 6 points and hopefully beat Schalke at home to put us on 9. I think that would probably be enough to send us through. Maybe even wrap that up before, because of the fact that PSG are the sort of wild card, you know? Valerie. Oh, use Yammers. There's so much space. Can he find a ball? Victor Hugo. Oh, and it's in! It's 2-1. What a header that is from Victor Hugo. I don't know how that's gone in the back of the net. If we win here, then that to me suggests that we can definitely qualify out of this group. Considering we only just scraped the win in the home leg. What a ball from Yamrog. But this has no right to be good. Look how far away he is. That is an absolutely insane header from Victor Hugo. He looks like he's already returned to the poor side of his play. But we'll see. Maybe he can redeem himself. Go on, Fijarczyk. What a ball. That's better. Victor Hugo. Ball across. And it's, just wide from Maralison. This is really good. Space out wide for Yamrog. Can he get through a few? Valerie's in. Oh, what a chance that was. Van Leeuwen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what a save from Franceschi. Grassy, a long shot's incoming here, I can feel it. Van Leeuwen. Oh, no. Guillermo Alvia at the back post to level things up. I feel like they probably, on the balance of things, deserve that. But we should be doing better defensively. We should be blocking the cross. They get a slight overload here. And just when you think that he's about to shoot, he just spreads it into the channel there, which is a really nice piece of play. But Alvia's completely unmarked. Nothing Franceschi can do there. Go on. Valerie's ball. Zviggy's at the back post. And he's headed it wide. Oh, and I think that will probably do it. I guess they're quite happy to settle for a draw as well, it would seem. And there's the draw. I think it's a fair result on the night, to be honest. They created some good chances. The point is we've got the point, though, and I still think that's probably going to be enough to do it for us. Because in the next game, if we can beat Schalke will definitely finish above them, and hope that Paris Saint-Germain can beat Ajax and we can just sort of cruise in, but then we'd have to battle for PSG on the final day. You never know. Right, some off-camera games coming back for Schalke. Probably even more important now. Right, we're back. We had some games on camera, of course. First one, hey, what did you know? A 1-0 victory over Cracovia. Wojciech Fijarczyk, of course, came off the bench in this one to give us a lovely win late on. We probably could have had a few more goals in this one. We're very, very dominant over them. But the point is we got the win. They are kind of struggling this year, so that's not really a huge surprise. But it was still nice to get the win for Wojciech to score yet another goal. He's really picked it up with his form in the league this year. It's actually quite impressive how good he's been since he's come back into the team. He's obviously trying to prove a point. And then in the other game, it was a Diego Del Pret show. 3 goals for him on the night. 2 assists, though, for Wojciech Fijarczyk. Yet again, he's scoring goals, he's creating goals, he's doing a very good job giving me no choice but to play him in these league matches. Obviously, I rested Zvigal. That was the main reason he was in the team. But the fact is, the thing I like is the fact that he's coming into the team in these league matches and he's actually creating stuff and doing stuff for us. And it's no surprise that we're scoring more goals now that he's back into the team. He's really doing really, really well. Plus, the hat-trick definitely helped. Annoyingly, they did score with their only shot on target in the 91st minute. We really needed the clean sheet here just because, you know, to keep up face. And this is going to be insanely, insanely difficult. This group has been a fun one, certainly because of how close everything has been. PSG have not been anywhere near as good as we expected them to be. You know, drawing 3 games and winning 1. Same record as us. Deprelt played the last game. Victor Hugo is back and fresh, though Deprelt is doing a really, really good job. For today, though, obviously, Zvigal will come back in. I'm very unsure as to who to play in this position. There's Everton Esquire can't play. There's Herman Carballo, who's just back to fitness. There's Kevin as well. There's also Wojciech Fijarczyk. I wonder, maybe we should play Wojciech Fijarczyk, put both him and Zviggy in the team together and see what happens. Maybe he deserves this. Garcia, of course. Silva or Patino? I'd say out of the 2, Patino probably deserves it a bit more. Yamrog over Malek, just slightly. They're not having great seasons, either of them, to be fair. I've been very impressed with us this year in the Champions League, just defensively, particularly. Apart from against Ajax, we're a bit messy. Del Pret, Vinjevic, Silva, Kevin, Malek, Bonavento, and Marilisson on the bench. Schalke playing a fairly sort of standard team. That's all right by me. Got to watch out for Maximov. Right then, we're at home. We've got a really good record at home in the Champions League this year. In fact, we've not conceded a goal at home in the Champions League either, showing our defensive stability actually extends to European football too when we're playing at home, certainly, which is really, really nice. Oh God, out wide for Toure. This is a really good chance for a Sargent. Headed wide. I think it was a... No, it was actually just him. They've started really, really well, like a team that is absolutely flying out after us. They're playing like a team that know that they need to get points from this match, really, and that is kind of showing, and that's a bit disturbing. We're really under the cosh here. Oh my God, look at the space of Maximov. What a tackle, no! Oh, that nearly carried it straight into their path. They should be in front. It has been all Schalke so far. Go on, bring it down, and let's actually get a bit of a breakaway. Oh my God! Maximov now bends it wide. Like, there's playing badly and there's just being negligently bad, which is what we're currently doing. Oh. How are we... Oh, we've actually had a couple of shots now. This is such a strange game. Nito's ball in. We've just not really turned up. Well, that was an ungodly bad performance. Probably the worst play that we've had, and we've got away with it. That's all I can say. I don't normally go aggressive when... we're at 0-0, but I kind of felt like the situation called for it, because that was a really terrible first half, and we play like that for another 45 minutes, and we are guaranteeing that we lose this match. Now PSG are winning as well. Gabriel Jesus scoring just after half-time, so we slipped to second in the group, but this actually at the moment would wrap up. This would actually at the moment wrap up, I believe. I think the draw wouldn't technically wrap things up for a share, because they might actually have a better head-to-head because of their... No, we would have the better head-to-head. I've been very unimpressed with them. Victor Hugo's been awful today as well. So we're going to get him off straight away. The attacking side of things has been really bad. The defenders have done a fine job, but everybody else has been shocking. He's actually put in a bit of a shift in for us tonight. Unlike Victor Hugo, who's just completely anonymous. Kevin, go on, find Fijarczyk. Goes for Yamrog instead. Oh no, he's hit the post. What a chance for Przemysław Yamrog. Imagine if he'd scored there. Around the side. Oh, what a stop from Franceschi. Nito. Do it for Franceschi. Oh no. Oh no. Are we going to give a penalty away? After all that, the defender's doing their mightiest to try and protect us, and Kevin's going to come on and give away a penalty. I know it's going to be given. They're almost always given. And we can't complain if we lose. Penalty's given. There you go. I mean, Schalke deserved the win, but the fact that the defenders are going to get absolutely screwed here by the strike force not turning up. Go on, Ruben. Ruben Franceschi against Josh Sargent, and it's down the middle, and Schalke are going to win. And this... I don't know. I have no explanation for why we've played so appallingly badly. We rested everybody for the last match. They were all completely fresh. You saw how well we played against Schalke in the first leg, and this is unacceptably poor. I think this is just one of these times when the game will just throw stuff at you where the players just don't do things. It happens for AI teams all the time. Well, not all the time. It happens frequently. I mean, that's an embarrassing performance, to be fair. It's shameful for us to come here and play this badly. Albarracin with a long throw. Headed back. Go on, just whip that ball into the box. Put someone on the end of it. Somebody. Oh, nah. It's just one of those games where none of the touches work. The players can't do anything to save their lives. And great tackle from Albarracin getting across, but it's not going to be enough. Valerie is just running away from the ball. Okay. Yeah. It really does suck to see all the hard work you do over all these games just get pissed out the window in one match where I have no explanation for why they didn't play well. Or at least look like they were on the same wavelength as each other. And that's going to cost us our place in the Champions League. So GG, lads. Well, there we go. We'll probably still get into the Europa League after Christmas, but the fact that we've messed it up that badly is embarrassing, and they should all be ashamed of themselves. So, next episode is going to be an absolutely unwinnable match away at Paris Saint-Germain that basically, I don't even know what situation we can be in here. There's no way that we can, unless we get a point here and Schalke lose to Ajax, then we're not going to go through. Mental. Oh dear. Oh well, there you go. That's the first loss we've had this season in any match, and it was that crazy. That's just FM sometimes, though. That's just football sometimes, though. Anyway, moving along. Next episode is going to be Paris Saint-Germain. We'll do obviously the Zag game after that as well. Shocking. I'm so annoyed. Anyway, moving on. If you've enjoyed this episode, I don't know why you would have done. Schalkenfreude, maybe? Then drop a like on the video. At least we got the draw against that? I don't know. Yeah, drop a like on the video. That'd be awesome just to support the channel. Helps boost us up the rankings. And if you're new, subscribe. That'd be cool as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the mountain of all mountains. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.